With that area of high pressure sitting right overhead, another chilly morning, especially by late August standards here in central and eastern Kentucky. We dropped all the way to 46 here in Lexington, besting the old record of 49 set back in 1968. One more morning of record lows on the table tomorrow, probably right around them. Warm, dry weather. It's going to continue as we close out the week and head into Labor Day weekend with the quiet weather pattern hanging tough. Another nice one. One thing you probably noticed looking at the visible satellite the last couple of days, much less in the way of those fair weather cumulus clouds that develop during the late morning and stay with us through the afternoon hours. Do have some high thin clouds that are drifting into far western Kentucky. That's ahead of a wave of energy that will bypass us to the south. Checking out Mount Sterling in front of the Montgomery County Courthouse, 73. So east of I-75, temperatures are generally in the low to mid 70s. Jackson County near McKee, there you go, 71. Winds not as breezy as what we've had the last couple of days. Low mid 70s to the east, mid to upper 70s. So big spread between the early morning low and the afternoon high. That's what you typically get with this type of setup, and the dew points crazy low by any I guess measure during the summer, but especially the final week of August, we'd typically be in the upper 60s and low 70s dealing with humidity. You see that little wave of energy heading our direction as the high gives way. It will bypass us to the south, but that may throw some cloudiness into southern Kentucky overnight. Still think most locations 50-ish in the morning, maybe a few upper 40s here and there. And then tomorrow afternoon, we are headed back into the upper 70s to around 80, probably right around it here in the bluegrass. So feeling pretty good. So here you go. One more morning, 50 the expected low, 50 the record in the morning. Frankfort, Jackson, London, all with a legitimate shot to at least get close. Talked yesterday about this frontal boundary dropping in. It's going to be running into drier air, so not expecting anything in the way of rainfall out of it. But what it will do, it'll bring a reinforcing shot of some drier and more comfortable air just in time for the holiday weekend. And then a battle sets up between the low along the Gulf Coast and the high, pumping in that drier air. The high inevitably wins out, and as a result, we stay really comfortable. That's why we get the little bump, even though we're still in the comfy zone with a muggy cast on Friday before it dips back down. That's that drier air working in behind the departing front. Looking ahead to Saturday, Kentucky and Toledo, 12:45 at Kroger Field. Usually week 1 or 2 or 3 sometimes can be hot, humid storms, especially with an afternoon game. This more indicative of a game we would see maybe in late September or early October for an afternoon game, so it's going to be perfect. Don't forget about the sunscreen, though, of course, if you are sitting in a sunlit area for the majority of the game. Now, the high gives way, but it still wins out. This model's a little bit aggressive relative to the maybe isolated storm chances coming back early next week. So I still think we're looking dry near record lows tonight, mostly clear. About 50 and then back up to 80. So there's your big spread again tomorrow between where we start and where we end up. Looking good into the holiday weekend. Lakes and the pools may be a little chilly given all these cool mornings to come, but the afternoons will be nice for Labor Day. And as we kick off September early next week, warming up a little bit, maybe an isolated storm or two midweek with highs in the mid-80s.